Hey guys, welcome back to the Atreyu channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about that one time I got cussed out by one of my subscribers. Let's get to it. Atreyu. So recently I got cussed out by one of my subscribers. I'm going to tell you all about it, but before we get to that, I'm going to ask you to pause and you can start moving again. Swipe up, down, left, right, diagonally, whatever it takes to hit that like button. And if you are new to this channel, welcome. If you find that you are enjoying this content so far, you're like, what content? You haven't done anything at the end of the video, then subscribe. Alright, let's get to this story. So it all started off very nice and sweet. Your boy put up a video and you guys commented under the video. So I got this one comment from a woman named Donna Reed, and it reads, wow, after the 3-year mark, the growth accelerated. Do you think keeping them covered was a huge factor? Fabulous! Exclamation point. So as you might imagine, as a content creator, we love feedback, and especially when it's uplifting and positive like this. So I hit her with the heart and I hit her with the thumbs up because I liked what she had to say and I loved what she had to say. And then I responded because I try to respond to all of you guys. That's one of my goals. No matter how large my channel gets, I'm gonna try to continue to respond to everyone for as long as I can. I said, thank you very much. Good question. I'll address it in the next video. And then I assume it was her that liked that. So it's gravy. So then about 6 days ago, I get an email notification that I have a comment from Ms. Reed, and she says, have you done a video on the benefits that you have experienced in keeping your locks covered? I've asked about this topic before. You promised a video, and I'm thinking I must have missed it. So I was like, whoa, wait. I mean, first, did I use the word promise? Secondly, why you gotta come at a brother like that? Like, have you done a video on the benefits that you experienced and keep your locks covered? Yeah, I asked about this topic before. You promised a video. I asked about this topic before and you promised to make a video on it. Nickel. Alright, so no. She didn't mean it like that. Actually, Ms. Reed always comments. She's a great Sebby. Sebby's equals subscribers. Anyway, no, she's cool. But I thought it was funny that you could read it that way, you know? And sometimes, like, when I get comments, I have to, like, if I'm in the wrong headspace, like, I can take some comments really aggressively. So usually if it comes off like that initially, I'll come back to it later so I can process it more objectively. But no, Ms. Reed did not mean any harm. She was just checking up. So I responded, you are correct. I still need to make that video. Thanks for the reminder. So you guys, that really is what today's video is about. What benefits I've noticed from covering my locks. All right, Donna, to finally answer your question, and once again, I apologize for the delay. It slipped my mind, so I'm happy that you had the courage to remind me. But to answer your question, these are just a few things that I came up with on the fly, if you will. So the first thing is that my locks retain their moisture longer. I think it has to do with the moisture not being able to evaporate as easily. And it also probably has something to do with, you know, wrapped up and together, and they're together on my head, actually coming out of my head, but on my head where heat escapes. All these things help them to retain their moisture for longer versus if they were out, you know, and the wind is blowing and it's drying them and stuff. So definitely where moisture retention is concerned, I think keeping my locks covered helps immensely. The next thing is that they don't get caught in anything because they're already caught in my tam, satin, bonnet combo, right? So they don't get caught in jackets, book bags, doors, seats, under my arms. They just don't get caught in anything because, as I said, they're all up here. That's a huge factor. There's nothing worse than a lock getting caught in something and you hear that, it's a terrifying feeling. You feel like you're just ripping your lock out. So yeah, that's definitely a benefit. The third thing is that I believe by keeping my locks covered, it helps my actual locks keep the shedded hairs that inevitably happen daily, right? They say we shed 50 to 100 hairs per day. So I think that by having my locks under the satin bonnet, when those hairs are shedding, they can only go so far, right? They're gonna maybe fall down, but then they're still all under the satin bonnet. That gives my locks an opportunity to catch on to those hairs and thicken up. Versus if I didn't have a head covering and they were all down, yeah, if hairs are falling down and shedding, locks can catch it, but what if they don't? What if no locks catch that hair? Then that's a lost, fallen hair that could be a part of my lock otherwise. So I think keeping my locks covered has helped my locks thicken up as well. The next thing is that people are not tempted to touch them. Out of sight, out of mind. So they don't see locks, they don't want to touch locks. Having my locks covered also protects against dirt and dust and debris, just nasty particles in the air. Whether I'm cleaning indoors, it's my locks are being protected from the dust that's flying in the air, or if I'm outside, it's windy, you have, leaves and things flying around in the air, bugs. Because my locks are covered, they can't get through this impenetrable force field, if you will, right? Because they're covered. So having my locks covered helps to keep them clean for longer, for sure. Keeping my locks covered also minimizes the attention that I would get for having them otherwise, right? If they were down and out, especially by people that just have an insane curiosity for locks and people with locks, then they would be so tempted to touch and ask questions and stuff. But once again, out of sight, out of mind. They don't see my locks, so they don't think of my locks. Works. The second to last thing is that I don't have to worry about preparing my hair for a special occasion. You'll watch a lot of people's videos and they'll say they need to get a fresh retwist because they have some sort of event to attend, whether it's a wedding or, I don't know, whatever, a reunion. They maybe wouldn't get their hair retwisted otherwise, but they want that fresh look, and I understand it, so they have to get their hair done, right? But because this is how I always have my hair, yes, I alternate the times, but this is it, I don't need to worry about that. So it's just simpler for me. The final benefit that I could think of on the fly was that when I finally do let my locks out, it is a beautiful surprise, just a beautiful sight to behold, right? Because they're usually up. So to actually see them when they're down, it's like, oh my God, look at this, this is amazing, okay? So this is more of an intangible benefit, but it's just nice. If my locks are always down, then it wouldn't be anything special. But because they're normally up, 95% of the time when they are down, it's like, oh my gosh, I love these things. So Donna, hopefully this has answered your question. Guys, drop down below and let me know if you think there are any other benefits to keeping your locks covered that I have not covered in this video. And also, as you guys can probably see, I did not retwist yet. I'm gonna address that whole thing in another video because it's too much for this video. But yeah, stay tuned for that. Once again, to any new subscribers, if you've enjoyed this content, not only hit the like button, but subscribe. As always, please learn to love unconditionally, because loving with conditions conditions the heart to not really love at all. Atreyu, it's out.